May I go first?
Absolutely.
Go for it.
Okay. So, in my personal summarization of Master Duel, I say it is very good collective of what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is currently and also kinda in the past. Because it has stuff that you can play from the past or the present, and they kind of commingle in their own sphere, so to speak, because it has a different ban list compared to OCG and TCG. So it's its own thing.
Ban list in its own way.
So it's like it's its own version of Yu-Gi-Oh, which I think is great. And anybody who's ever thought about, should I try it? It's like, 1, it's free. 2, they give you a lot of starting material to make any deck of your choosing. You can make 2 decks guaranteed without a problem. Like, you just figure out what you want to do, just go for it.
And even if you have no idea, like, anything about Yu-Gi-Oh!, the solo mode is such a great way to, like, learn about a bunch of non-meta decks.
It's my viewpoint. But, yes, I agree. The solo mode is really good. Like, it's something you can do by yourself, and they have different kind of tournaments free to play. So, my review overall, I'd say, out of a 1 to 10 kind of scoring, I'd give this an 8, because I think it's a good encapsulation of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a free-to-play game. They give you a lot of resources where you don't really have to spend money. And there's a lot of really cool cosmetics that you can also get without spending money.
Yes,
so I think
true.
it's a very good way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! On a budget. If you don't have the money to buy cards, I say play this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
and it's on every
way
platform.
more friendly to, like, new players than actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Has ever been.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, now is probably in one of its best times for, like, trying to join in, trying to start up, because you could just buy like 3 structure decks, get a couple staples.
Well, like, that's the thing.
Which are cards that are commonly used in all the decks. That's what a staple is in Yu-Gi-Oh! Since maybe not everyone knows that, but, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so much more friendly to, like, jump into than it used to be.
Oh god, yeah.
But it's so fast.
Yeah.
It is faster than it used to be. So returning players, be aware that it is a lot faster than your previous metas.
And if you're like us, and you were like, fuck pendulums,
they completely destroyed
that. They destroyed
Don't worry
those.
about it.
Which is
They
good.
Band-Aid fixed that with Link monsters. You don't have to worry about the game just kind of like having +5s every turn.
Which is so nice. Oh my gosh.
So overall, yeah.
I 100% say that, like, while I preferred Synchro and Exceed meta, like back in the day when those were the things we were doing,
Yeah.
those are my favorite formats. This current format is like 100 times better than Link format, or not than Pendulum format with Link format now.
Oh yeah.
Well, Link and everything now.
I mean,
'Cause,
Link format feels like the existing formats before Pendulums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And it's
Pendulum
just got
format
extra
was
monsters.
just it was just like, but why?
Why?
Yeah.
Why
it
can
was
you
rough.
just summon 5 monsters every turn, even if I got rid of all your stuff? Like,
Yeah.
So
this
what
isn't,
score
this
would you
isn't
give
fair.
this?
Yeah, give it a 1 out of 10.
I'd still give it an 8. I feel like it's up
yeah.
there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there were Yu-Gi-Oh! Games on, like, the,
Every console, basically.
every console, basically.
I mean, all
like,
over. Yes.
Yep.
like, at Game Boy Advanced or whatever, where it was like, this is a
Game-
pretty solid game.
Boy Advance, PC.
Yeah.
The
Like-
PlayStation 1 and 2.
And I feel like this has enough of a solo mode where it competes with those.
Yes.
and then also has the advantage of like having all the current stuff constantly being updated instead of just being a one-time thing, and having online play with real people that are going to play shit that's really broken.
Well,
And they do have
90% of the time.
And they do have patches where they do introduce new solo mode stories where you can play more stuff.
I mean, the solo has like tripled
and
since
we
launch.
started playing.
for everyone that's like
At
listening,
least. That's probably more than that. It's like 4 times now.
for everyone that's like listening to this, and either you don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh is, or you know what it is and never experienced it, in the solo mode of this, there is a whole section that just teaches you how to play the game, and it is very handy for new people to just get a hang of it, because once you get the basics down, you can do most of everything in this game. It's
Very in
straightforward.
depth.
Yeah. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh is one of those things where like the basics aren't hard.
Yeah.
Like you get down and that's it.
It's the intricacies.
The amount of
where
intricacy
it's
is
challenging.
where it gets crazy. Like
Oh yeah.
like we would go to tournaments and the thing that you miss out in comparison to real Yu-Gi-Oh is like you could basically like play poker where you're sitting there bluffing the dude like I don't have anything to win this game, and they would run into your gores and you'd win the game.
Yeah.
Anyone who doesn't know what gores is, that's
that was a whole time period.
You missed it.
You missed it. That was a whole meta, and it's absolute trash now. Don't play it.
Funny.
What are your thoughts and rating, Andrew?
So I'm actually similar. I would say about 7, 8 out of 10. I'll give it 8 out of 10. I'm generous. 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Just to top off kind of what these guys are saying, the other things I wanted to point out, one, the music and effects in this
Oh my
game
God,
are
it's so
legit.
good. So
They're
good.
So
really
good.
well done. They're really cool. I mean, if you watch early, you gotta see like when a boss monster comes out, it does a whole cool animation with it, and anytime you attack, it's cool. It's satisfying. It's fun.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But the other one I
field
wanted
breaking
to
and everything.
emphasize. Yeah, all that. But the other one I wanted to emphasize, prior to this game, it's been a while, but I used to play Duel Links quite a bit.
Oh,
Now,
heck yeah.
Duel Links, you grind that thing.
Yeah.
You have to do so much in order to get gems, to buy packs, to hopefully get things you want.
Yes.
This game, my gosh, it's so easy to get cards you want.
Yes.
It's really nice.
It really is.
Craft it, done. Oh, okay.
Like one card that did not show up, almost showed up against Matt because that was my face down, was limit removal. I wanted that in the deck because, it's funny because machines. Yeah, the fact I just was able to look it up and be like, get.
Yeah.
That's so nice. I didn't have to go hunting for it in a pack. I just I want
Speaking
this.
of,
Done. Like,
and speaking
cool.
of with the cards, when you craft them, when you're looking at your list of cards, you can actually search up a card type. So like say you search Cyber Dragon, it will pull up anything and everything related to Cyber Dragon,
Yeah.
regardless if you have it or not, so you'll be able to see what there is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so easy to get stuff that
And
you want in this.
It's really
here's
nice.
Like if
another
it
function.
exists in this, it's there.
Yep.
Here's another function I didn't tell them about. There's this option in your deck creation area. You can click public deck search.
Yeah, I've looked at that. It's really cool.
You can look at decks that people make and list online. And if all that stuff is there available in that deck, you can then copy that deck and just make it in a snap of your fingers.
I
as long as you have the
copied
materials
several
for it.
ideas from my deck.
So,
And
like, as long
unlike
as-
Duel Links, where you have to deal with it being just a completely different format.
Yeah.
But like with this, you can literally just find a deck. If you like it, you can copy it, and just if you have the material, just snap. You're done.
Huh.
It's so nice.
I didn't even
Just like that.
To be fair, though, Duel Links is a pretty solid experience on its own.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
just-
it was. Don't get me wrong. I
it's
enjoyed it, but
It's
the
different.
difficulty I had with it was really just if I wanted to make a new deck,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's pain.
Yeah.
Versus this, where it was like,
forever.
I used to play Infernities in reality, and it took me like, I don't know, not even like, I played like 10 games on this, and I was able to build it.
Yeah.
And like the hardest part was the things that just weren't in the Infernity pack, which is basically the tour guides, which we didn't see at all because
Because brick.
but the infinite impermanence as well,
True.
Yeah.
which
So,
everyone
Grand
does.
Poobah,
What?
what? I'm just doing that because I thought it was silly.
Okay.
Nick, what is your score and review of this game personally?
So, in games where it's free to play and it has like a battle pass-esque thing, or like you can unlock stuff as you play, my go-to, my top thing that I look at is how much can I get for free if I just like play it every once in a while for a really long time. And to be fair, over every other game that I've played that is similar to this style, where it's free to play, but you have to like really play it to get a lot of stuff, this is much better, because even though it's a card game, and by the way, this is compared to the Witcher Gwent game, the Magic Arena game, this is so much easier to get anything.
Things like that.
But Hearthstone, I gave up so fast because it just takes so long.
Well,
I like the game, but yeah.
I played it for a short bit, and I was just like, it's impossible to make decks, so I was out.
Yeah, it's pain.
Well, and what's crazy
It
about...
may have changed since then, but
Yeah. What's really nice about this game is that, A, it teaches you how to freaking play. Other games don't do that. It's just like, hey, we assume you already know.
Welcome to Die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I gotta repeat what Andrew said, the soundtrack of this game is freaking dope. I don't know
so
what they
good.
did. but-
Even
It's some
sitting
cool
here idling in the starter menu, it's like,
It's good.
so good.
So I'm gonna have to go with a 7, just because like me personally, I'm not a fan of repetition, and it's like obviously it's a card game. Obviously you're gonna you duel a person, then you duel another person, but that's like that totally unrelated to the fact that Master Duel is a very, very reliable way to play this card game. So it's only a 7, but I do really like what they did and how available they made it to everybody. Yeah,
it's definitely
Agreed.
the most friendly way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Is what I would think.
100%.
Like if you like the game and you just kind of want to interact with it every once in a while instead of making it your lifestyle, this is the way to play it. Because
and this is
real card game Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're like actively trying to do it, it becomes your life, basically.
100%.
Yeah, if you're actively wanting to compete in big tournaments and constantly push for like bigger tournament wins, like try to do like nationals and all that jazz, it costs a bit to do that.
Oh yeah.
Not as much as it used to. It's a lot cheaper nowadays than it is today. But also, it's just a lot of time.
Yep.
It's a big time to deal with that. But that's okay, because it's a hobby, and whatever hobbies you have, it's okay to put that time into it if you want to.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But if you're wanting to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Just casually for fun, I highly recommend Master Duel, because it gives you an option to play by yourself. You can play with others, or you could just you could deck theory craft and stuff like that. You could literally just sit in the game, not even play it, and just craft ideas.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, and that's one of the things we didn't mention is you can start making a deck, throw cards into it, even if you don't own them, and make an entire deck.
You can draft it.
And
basically.
draft the entire deck, even if you don't have all the cards for it.
Yep.
Which is super nice.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's like when you start building up the materials to make it, you're just like, it will automatically shovel them in.
Yeah. That's my favorite part is when I was building the Inferno deck, it was like, what do I put in this? let me just put all these things in here before I can even play it.
So I would surmise the total rating we should give this is
I think
somewhere.
8,
an
7.8.
Yeah, like right under 8, but let's give it an 8 as our general average. So that's got a bang seal of approval. Oh yeah!
If you like Yu-Gi-Oh, this is your place to go.
You're bad at gaming, Yu-Gi-Oh's for you.
I mean, that's how we started.
Yeah.
This is anyone out there who's listening. This is literally how we started our friendship.
Yep.
Was just playing Yu-Gi-Oh in the middle of frickin' high school.
Now we entertain the internet. Yeah.
Several of us are literally, probably numerically, the biggest, physically biggest nerds.
Numerically, maybe.
I mean, like,
I'm a big guy, okay?
Ian and Matt, even like among American guys, are freaking tall as hell and just like built like a brick house.
Yep, I'm a tall, wide man.
And you just have like these dudes walking up, like, I could kill you with my fingers.
Got any trades?
And they're just like sitting there playing Yu-Gi-Oh with everyone else, and it's just like, I mean, like, we were nerds. We should have been bullied. But then Ian walks up and everyone is like,
it's like 6'6".
Nah,
they cool.
It's like, let's just not fuck with these people because that dude could just like sit on me and I would die.
It's just me and Ian sitting at a table playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, just look. They're like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
So in
it's
summary,
amazing that we didn't get bullied.
In summary, internet, this is a great game for every kind of person, no matter how good or bad you are, to just kind of mess around with. Have fun.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Even if every person in the school is like, hey, you should play football. No, you can play Yu-Gi-Oh because Yu-Gi-Oh is cool.
Brains are important
And
too.
it stimulates the brain. It's good for your brain.
Yes, it does. Strategy.
Oh yeah.
Statistics, odds, percentages.
Math.
You can remember like thousands of cards and have useless information that doesn't help you 10 years down the road. Like
Yay!
Or you can play a stupid card and ruin everyone's day, like Reverse Trap, where Andrew was just messing with people and they were like, why is anyone playing this?
Good time.
It's garbage, but really fun.
My useless knowledge, because I know what a shart load of cards are and their effects.
Yay!
Ask me what a
Yu-Gi-Oh!
card is, and I can tell you.
There was literally a time where it was like, why did we memorize all of these?
You got
It just
because we
seemed
used
right.
to go to tournaments weekly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We
Want to
knew-
know what it is?
We knew more
Knowledge
cards.
is power.
We knew more cards in this game than the people winning the tournaments. Which
That's actually
that
true.
was me, though.
It is true.
I won the tournaments.
well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Harry used
People
to,
hated on my Infernities a shitload.
that's true.
Harry used to be big winner.
That's true.
I was always like third place man.
Matt was like, I walk up, they roll a dice, I get a mat because my name's
Yeah.
Matt.
all the friggin' time, yeah.
The only time I ever won a mat was in the frickin' time when Upper Deck was going out of business, and they were like, here, take this Nationals mat so everyone can be really confused and be like, whoa, you won a Nationals?
Yeah, I
"No,
did.
I'm just a lucky son of a bitch. And the only time I ever won anything else was the one single time when it was like the Stardust t-shirt where they were like, yeah, we've made 15 plus t-shirts and they've all been black. But this one's white.
And you got mustard on it.
And I got mustard on it. And I had to like bleach the dang thing. But like, all of the other ones are so cool. They're nice, they're black, and they've got this cool logo on them, and they were like,
This one will show your sweat
White.
stain.
this one's gonna show how sweaty you are because everyone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Sweats like a frickin' trucker.
and they
That
bathe
is
like a
so true.
pig.
With,
Well, actually, no. It's gotten better. I just.
with
Yeah,
that,
it's better now.
with that internet, this is an 8 out of 10 from us. If you want to check it out, here it is. We gave you a quick example.
It's free!
Till next
It's
month's
free!
wheel spin
Yeah.
in our post game review. We'll see
It's
you
free
then.
real estate.